me know. Okay, cool. Let me know where you're watching. Only is Edward the only one that's going to turn the camera on? Oh, we got John. John got his camera on. I like to see that. All right. Thanks, John. All right. All right. There we go. What's up, Phil? Dominica's in the house. What are you doing here? Look at that. Awesome. All right. I'm gonna try my AirPods one more time. But if they're like, my stuff's like starting to get haunted by Nate. It doesn't make any sense. All right. I think I'm in the clear. All right. Can you guys still hear me? Good. Phil, unmute yourself real quick if you can.
Oh shit. Hello. There
All
you
right, there
go.
you go. All right, all right, cool, cool. Perfect. All right, guys. So,
Uh,
like I said,
can you hear me?
yeah, loud and clear. Good. Man, I put my
Okay.
AirPods in. I heard Nate talking about a fence. It was crazy. It's just like
Okay.
everywhere I go, he is there.
I think I need
All
some
right, guys.
earphones.
All right. Well, all right, let's jump into it. So, all right, guys. So I'll spend 2 seconds telling you who I am and whatever else it is. But I it's easy. All right, cool. So my name's Jarius, and I've been investing in real estate since about 2009, 2010-ish. I got into real estate into real estate by using a method called wholesaling. So if you guys ever heard of wholesaling, let me know. Basically, it's where you find an undervalued property and then you mark it up and then you sell it to an investor, like a cash buyer or whatever, and you make the difference. So when I left the military, I wasn't sure what I was going to do, but I knew I needed to get into real estate. But the thing is like I was always told, hey, you got to have lots of money to get into real estate. You got to have lots of money to do this and that. And that was an issue, especially for me when like I didn't have any money. So I'm like, how do I get into real estate with like little to no money? So I learned how to wholesale and I got really good at it. So good that we did over 1,000 wholesale deals. My friend and I built an entire wholesale company. We had an on market side, off market. We did probates, letters, like everything you could think of. Like we were using, we were doing to pick up houses, and and it was awesome. It was great. Like it helped me fix my credit, helped me buy my first house, helped me do a lot of stuff. But the one thing that I wasn't getting from wholesaling that I was really after when it came to real estate was I needed to like the financial freedom. And anybody that tells you investing in real estate is that's like passive is just a complete liar because it's not. Like you want to get it as passive as possible unless you're investing like in a GP or an LP and a bigger deal. But you still want to get as much of your time back as possible. So I decided to go from wholesaling then to buy and hold in about 2016ish, and that's where Nate, you guys obviously know Nate. Nate shared with me a bunch of his like methods and exactly like what he did to become successful buying and holding. And I went on from about 2016 to about 2020ish. I went on to buy over 60 units and became pretty financially independent, which was awesome. And now I'm like here to hang out with you guys, and I wanted to share with you guys just like my knowledge and help you guys the best I can. And like I said in the beginning of this call, so this Thursday, I'm not going to cold call, and I might call a few people here and there. We'll see. But what I want to do is just introduce you guys a few different ways to look for properties that cost little to no money. So, and I also want to answer whatever questions you guys might have. So if there's something coming up or any questions or whatever, like we'll be super interactive with this call. Is that cool, guys? We're gonna do a little bit different. We're gonna give it a shot and see how it goes. So first thing I want to do is the first thing I'm gonna share with you guys is how I find properties, just like using you just using the internet, things, something that costs no money. So I'm gonna do this. Let me share my screen. I'm gonna share my sound. I'm gonna share this screen. Cool. Now, first things first is like who here, like when it comes to wholesaling or when it comes to buying deals, I believe there's like two different strategies, two different buyers that we're looking for when we're wholesaling. Now, one of the buyers are the buyers that are like the buy and hold buyers, and the other buyers are like the house flipper buyers. Now, in the academy, we teach about like buying in the right areas, buying in the right zip codes, buying in the right appreciating markets, all of that kind of stuff. And typically, those markets aren't really the best markets to flip houses in. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. It just depends on where you're at. But when I wholesaled, we did a lot of wholesale deals in the suburbs of Cincinnati, and that's where people were fixing and flipping. So I want to help you guys. I want to show you guys like how I would go about looking for an area that I wanted to wholesale in, and an area that I wanted to wholesale in my market, and like find out if there's a demand for it or not. So let's do this. And then you guys know I love making this interactive. So, and again, none of this is scripted, so I don't know how this is gonna go. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I would show you guys what I would do. But what I want to do is if somebody drops a zip code, they have to have their camera on. That's the rule. And you have to go to the appointment if I set an appointment. So if you drop, man, you guys are just so fast. Like you already know what's about to happen. All right, let me open this up. Who was the first? I'm just gonna do the first one. Oh, Dominica. All right, so we got this is Virginia, I'm sure. All right, so let's check this out. I want to do Dominica first. So if I'm if I'm looking for a deal and I'm in Dominica's market, well, the first thing I'm gonna do is go to Redfin. You can go to Zillow. I like Redfin's search feature a little better than Zillow's, and I'll show you here some filters that I like to use. But we're gonna go to Redfin. I'm gonna go and put in the zip code. Zip code is the micro. So quick lesson is like you've got two things when it comes to investing. You've got the macro, which is like the city, like the big city you live in, and then you got the micro, which is the zip codes. So like when I say Cincinnati or I say Chicago or I say Scottsdale, like that's the macro. But then when I start rattling off zip codes in the cities, that's the micro. So in order to be very successful, I need you guys to be super laser focused on micro and not macro. Because, and when I say micro, I don't mean just one zip code. I like, like 7 to 10, 12, 5, 10, whatever. Just like a handful of zip codes, a few zip codes, and become the best at those zip codes. Know everything about them. So here we see I typed in the zip code. And again, I don't know anything about what's about to happen. So this is Virginia only because I know Dominica's in Virginia. She's an Academy member. She's awesome. West Virginia, Virginia. That's all the same, right? All right. So let's peek in here. So we can see here. Let's see what these filters are set up. So this is a for sale filter. For rent, sold, under contract. Now, what I want to do is I just want to see if this is a good market for fixer uppers. I want to see if this is a good market where flippers would want to invest. So I'm gonna look for sold. And let's do this. Sold in the last 6 months. Done. Home type. I'm just gonna stick to single family. Bed and bath. I'm not super worried about that. For price point, I like my favorite market is first time home buyer, the first time home buyer market. So basically, anywhere between 150,000, anywhere from 150,000 to like 400,000, I'll say is first time home buyer. Get done. I want to look at all filters. And then so remember, I want it sold. I got all these filters here. And I want to look for a keyword. I'm going to look for the keyword that says renovated. Renovated. All right. And then how many homes? I got 7. And these are houses that have sold. So let's take a look at these 7. And the purpose of me doing this is I just want to see if this is a place where there's an investment. This person clearly has a different definition of renovated. Maybe it says like needs renovated. All right, well, let's just peek through these photos here. That guys, what? What in the world? What is this? This doesn't even make sense. But all right, let's keep going. And like, even if it's like that, why would you even put that in your listing photo? This just doesn't even make sense. This is the funniest thing ever. All right, let's keep going. So that's definitely pretty dated. This, there's nothing wrong with the panel laundry. Pro tip, whenever the shower curtain is closed and they have a bathroom photo, it's not going to be updated. It's going to be old and like not nice.
Or they just want to show off their shower curtain. Man, maybe they're really proud of it, Jarius.
Maybe, but I don't know. This is why I just say too, like Dominica is killing it as a realtor, and she came in the academy.
Great job,
I
Dominica. You really
I don't
are.
even think I don't even know if she had a deal before the academy, but like this is the thing I tell people in the academy is like you come through and you like even these free trainings and like whatever all stuff like even if you don't go and buy a bunch of investment properties, which you have bought investment properties, and you just take what you've learned in the academy and applied it to being like a realtor, you're light years ahead of everybody else. Like these people are just like not good. All right, that's okay though. So let me read the agent remarks. Spacious 2-story vinyl siding. Features plus renovated second bath. That's what caught it on the thing. Well, that's good. Clearly, not what I'm looking for. All right, let's check this out. I just want to see. All right, cool. This is like a rehab right here. It's like what you look to see. This is always funny. Just like not even a path, not even pavers leading up to the front door. Just like walk through the grass and get to the front door. That's it. All right. Cool. It's nice. All right. That's what I like to see. So, and I'm looking at sold houses. So 174. So this is a couple things. Number one is like I want to see if there's demand, if people are buying houses. And then if they are, I just want to see what they're paying for them. Because remember, whenever we do these formulas, we always start with the end in mind. What's the ARV? What's the after repair value? All right. This is a nice, let's see if this is not, I mean, this is not renovated. Let's keep looking. This is renovated here. 129. Jeez. And just because it's not renovated to how you would do it, I mean, it's definitely updated a little bit. I guess it's fine. All right, let's look. All right. Well, cool. So let's do this instead now. Let's go look at houses that are for sale in that zip code. So kind of just like rough looking at it, I'm probably gonna say, Dominica, what's the ARV in that area? Typically, what do you think? Is it like 175-ish, 150, 200?
Okay. First of all, the first one was not mine. The second one, I sold it actually. Depends, you know. For this free two will be like around 180.
Okay.
But if you have like
Okay.
more, then will be little more. But yeah, our updated houses just look like that. It's just so crazy. It's PT work, you know. I don't know if you saw on a group I just posted fully renovated house. When I went, I'm just like, what the hell is that?
It's so funny. They like if they can just get people in the door, like they're like, we'll lie just enough to get them in the door.
Right.
What group did you post it in the private group or a different group?
No, our BA group. But
Okay,
look at this
okay.
one now for over 300,000 because it's little better and it's renovated full too. But again, now it's harder to find the buyers for over 300,000.
Yeah, I mean this is nice. They did a nice job here. Nice stone countertops, tile floor throughout, big open concept. So and that's the thing too, is like what you just said, is like it's harder to find a buyer for over $300,000. So this comes to like knowing your market, knowing your area. Like it seems like the sweet spot here is 200,000 or less. Does that sound fair?
Right. So that's why
Alright.
we you can put the address 513 Brentwood Drive, the same zip code, and that's what we buy in with Simone now.
Let's
And
see.
that was a foreclosure, right? This one, and we buy
Is
for
this
100.
your house? You're buying this?
Yeah, we are under contract with Simone. I'm helping her, so we're
This is
gonna remodel
Dominica,
that. Yeah.
Can I take a minute just to brag about you for a second? Can you tell everybody like how long you've been in the academy, what you're doing before the academy, and like what you're doing now? Because I remember when I like even before I did these cold calling things on Thursdays here for the big group, like I would like always challenge you to call people, and like you're like, well, I have an accent, or you're like, I don't know what to say, or you're like, I'm this, and I'm just like, Dominique, you need to call people, and now you're just like a freaking killer. Can you just? I know you don't like to, but can you just like brag about yourself for a little bit?
I mean, I first have to say that that's only because of you, because you was always saying to become an agent, and I think that's helped me the most. That I have a confidence now because, you know, I'm around the people who doing that every day, and I have to quit my bartender. So you was a bartender, I was bartender, so I quit to do real estate. And, you know, this is not my goal. And again, I repeat, like you always repeat, it's not a goal to be a real estate agent. I want to move out from it, but it's better than being a bartender and going for the everyday work W2, you know. So yeah, I mean 2 years now, probably 2.5. And when I joined, I mean, I didn't know what is ARV, I don't know nothing. So my questions were very straightforward, and I become an agent now. And I mean, I did the first long term with a great outcome, but it just take 1 year too long with the contractors and everything. Then I partnered with Matthew, we did Airbnb. Then I did my property when I leave now. We renovated whole, I even didn't brag about this neither, because my property when I leave, it's in my LLC. It's kind of crazy, but I do not have house myself. And We're doing in a basement now next Airbnb, almost on the finish line. And now we are under contract with Simon for the flip. That's gonna be a flip. Because again, you see this market now here. It's a very small market and it's just no sense for the rents. Rents not gonna be so high because people are poor here, poorest. So for that big of the house, I will probably have to charge over 2,000, per month, which it's never probably gonna happen. So we're just gonna flip it. And I mean, we buy for 100, we're gonna put around 60 and we're gonna sell for 270 to 80 with me as an agent. So we save some money, right?
That's awesome.
And I'm
So-
getting commission too, I'm buying myself for my LLC. So I'm getting 2.5% from it too. So I always trying to get this money where it is.
Yeah, that's amazing. So okay, so I guess what's the roundup? How many units do you have now? And then like how many deals have you done?
I mean, it's not a lot still. I just have 4 doors. So
It doesn't for Dominica. Who here would be happy going from 0 to 4 doors in like a year and a half, 2 years? Like you got to stop. Like you guys got to stop beating these accomplishments. Like just because. And here's the thing: is in the academy we have like a quitters club, and we have people that will go from 0 to 20 doors or 0 to this. But like 0 to 4 doors is still a pretty big win. Like I don't want anybody to discount that. Like you're freaking doing amazing. So that's
yeah,
awesome.
I feel like I catch little more of the real estate agent, and I mean that's definitely helping you with everything. And I recommend everybody to do that because you're gonna see the money better. You're gonna have more money. You're gonna have more time, and you're gonna be between the real estate people. So you meet the people. You meet like
Yep.
I was selling a house, just example, and he come out from the contract. He don't want house anymore. He made me mad. I waste my time. Okay, cool. But he say, oh, I'm gonna have my 401k in 3 days and I can pull up my money. So I'm gonna invest in some like stocks or whatever. I say, listen, you should give me some money and we should invest in real estate. And I already built him that I'm professional because I do contracts for him and everything. So he know that I'm doing something, right, with the real estate. So now he say, you know what, that's what I'm looking for. I just wanna put my money to work and get like 10% return. I said, that's what I'm gonna do. You give me for 6 months and I give you 10% more. So he said, okay. So it's just, building these relationships with something,
Yeah, and part of it too,
nothing.
guys, is like how many people in here are like brand new or have no money or like don't even know where to start. This is my path. This is my challenge for you guys. Like my 60-day challenge, my 30-day challenge, my whatever challenge is number one. I just want you guys to get in the rooms with the people that are where you want to be. Like any networking event you can find, any training like this, anything like this, any way you can get around those people, just get around them. Just get around them. Like they're not going to bite your head off. Nothing's going to happen. Just go start talking and be honest about this stuff. Like, hey, just getting going, just really just trying to learn, just want to, figure out how I can help or whatever else. Just like getting around it. Then the next thing I want you to do is go to the Burn Invest Facebook group, and then type in Nate's name and type in my name. I want you guys to watch 20 of Nate's trainings and 20 of my trainings. Like these activities cost nothing. Like they're literally free. I just need you guys to make a commitment to do this. And then also too, like if you guys are like, I want a little more help. I want like a roadmap. I want to make sure that I'm doing this the right way. I want to have everything stacked the right way. Like if you guys want help, like we have people that will like line you up and get on a strategy session to see how we can help you, to see what resources you need. Like I have like 30 free trainings that I give away all the time. And like the worst thing that they're going to do is like just give you a bunch of information that you guys can just watch. But like, you won't know until you do it. Like if you guys want some of the free trainings, if you comment trainings or strategy, like one of us will get a hold of you and see what you guys need. Like, and whatever documents are or whatever trainings, like we'll get you those trainings. So just comment training or strategy if you guys want that. Yeah,
just example for it. Like I'm not very active now here because I have so much going on. But first, I dream, and do not take that wrong way. I actually dream, and I had Nate in my head when I was sleeping, and he was talking in a dream with his voice to me. Like whatever I just watched before, I don't even remember what he was saying, but it was in a point that you really have to watch so much of this information that it's gonna ring in your head. Like somebody say something to you and I answer with Nate, what he would say. So you watch so much that it's gonna ring in your head. Just wanted to add that too.
It's true. I don't know if that's a dream or a nightmare. I mean, whatever you want to call it, that's fine. But I
I
know
don't
whatever
remember
you're
what
saying.
he was saying, but the way of you know what I'm saying. Like,
No, I love that.
Yeah.
I love it. All right. Well, guys, if you want any of those resources, it's comment trading. And that's where I would start. So here's again, my thing for you guys for the next 30 days. If you're brand new and just getting started, number one is get in groups, get around the people that are where you want to be. Number two, go into the Facebook group, tape my name and tape Nate's name and watch all the trainings that we have. Like we have over 20 hours of completely free trainings. Like watch all of that stuff, guys. And then number three, if you guys want like customized trainings that fit your needs that might not be listed or that we might not have in the group, but we have made. If you just comment training or a strategy, one of us will get you that information. So I want to get going. All right, let's get back to the mission. So now we found the area. We kind of figure out what the ARV is. We know there's a demand for some renovated houses here because we can see them, even if they are crappy renovations. That's okay because we know that we'll do way better than that. So let's take a peek here. So now I'm going to change my filter. Let me share my screen again. So now I'm going to change my filter instead of for sale, or instead of sold, I'm going to change it to for sale because now I need to find properties. And again, this is all about showing you guys how to find properties that cost little to no money. Now I'm going to go into here, up to 400K. They're for sale up to 400K. Bed and baths I'm not worried about, and filters I'm going to change. So I'm going to change this filter to time on Redfin. I want to look for things that have been in the market for more than 60 days. One. All right. That's all right. So this might be an opportunity, but hold on a sec. Let's do this. I want to get rid of the keyword here. Cool. Now I got 10. So now I have 10 opportunities. And rule number one for me is I don't care what a home is listed for. It does not matter. I've bought properties way over list and I've bought properties way under list. So list price means nothing. It's just an opinion as far as I'm concerned. Now, these houses have all been on the market for more than 60 days. Now, some seem like better opportunities than others. And Dominica knows the area better than me. Obviously, it's her spot. And I want you guys to be an expert on your spot too. But let's look at this. And I don't like this 1,700 square feet is not a massive renovation. That's kind of like in a sweet spot. I want to see, I'd like to see new people be about 1,700 square feet or smaller. Maybe 18, 1,900 square feet or smaller for the first project. Or second or whatever, but let's look at this. So I'm looking at this house here, 1,700 square feet. I mean, this is probably, these windows, it's brick. Plaster's not in too bad a shape. You got definitely some work. This house probably needs every bit of 90, 100. It just needs everything. Which means for it to make sense, let me share this with you guys. So for it to make sense, we need the magic formula. Do you guys know the magic formula? Do you guys know how you figure out how much to offer on a house? All right. Well, let me do this. I'm gonna share it with you guys real fast. Here. So this is the magic formula. Let me open this up. Worksheets. Terms for a max allowable offer. Let me move this over here. And again, guys, if you want any of this training or you want some help, if you just comment training or trainings or strategy, I'll make sure you guys get this stuff. So these are the components. These are the components of a successful offer. These are the things that you need. Number one, you need the ARV. We need the after repair value of the property. All right. We need the after repair value. The next thing that you need to understand is you have the MAO, your max allowable offer. After that, you have your max all in. Your max all in is the most amount of money you can have in the deal, purchase price plus rehab. And then your rehab is both hard and soft costs. So think hard costs of touching things like your drywall, your tile, your cabinets. That's a hard cost. Then your soft costs are the electric, utilities, taxes, insurance. Those are all the admin fees that people, typically for whatever reason don't account for or forget to account for. So in this instance, we're going to, I don't need that. We're gonna work backwards. We're gonna basically say that this house here, Dominique, let me know if you agree or not, but this house here, I don't know exactly where it's at, but same zip code and everything. Would you say a house like this, we would turn it into a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and I'll tell you guys why in a second, would be worth about 175 or 200,000? What do you think? Yeah, I see. Yeah. Should I say 200? Is that fair? All right, we'll say 200,000. So let's work backwards. So check it out, guys. So, I'm gonna work backwards. So my ARV is $200,000. $200,000. Now what happens next? Well, let's get the calculator out. Hold on one sec. I got a appliance thing I gotta figure. Let me send this to my maintenance people real quick. Hold on. One sec, guys. Can you call Tim from the appliance place and give him the lockbox code so they can get in and install it? All right, cool. All right, sorry. All right, so we'll start here. We're going to 200,000 times 70%. Well, why 70%? Well, 70% leaves a 30% margin. Now, I want to keep that 30% because a lot of times when you refinance with a bank, banks will do a refi at 75% of the ARV. Sometimes if you're flipping a house, you're going to want to make like, you're going to want to make like 25, 30% profit. But also it saves a 5% if I decide I want to wholesale it and add a fee to it. So 200,000 times 70% is 140,000. So my max all in is 140,000. Cool. Now this rehab, we just kind of look at the photos, seeing what it needs, everywhere out here. I'm gonna say it's about $100,000 rehab. I'm gonna say 110,000. 110, we'll say $110,000 equals. Oh, all right. Well, we had that figured out already. So here, $110,000, which takes us to. Oh, this is our max all in. My bad. Rehab. So then our max allowable offer in this instance is $30,000. Well, do we want to offer $30,000? Like, let's list it for 39.9. Been listed for more than 60 days. And like, if I'm going to do a rehab this big, like I want like a better margin. So I'm going to call this listing agent and see if I can buy this thing for like 20,000 or 15,000. Is that cool? Is that cool, Dominique, if I do that? Would you want it if I got it for like 15,000 or something?
Well, cool. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm going to call. Is that cool, guys? All right. We're going to do that. So
I want to see what they say. Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't even matter what they say. They could just like tell me that they hate me. And guess what's
So
going to
that
happen?
is not mine because you will call me. Okay, cool.
I'm going to
Yeah.
call the next one. So it doesn't even matter. So it doesn't even matter. So let's do that. So, but real quick before I do that, I want you guys to learn a lesson that's very important. We're not buying and selling these properties for what they are. We're selling them for what they can be. And we need to understand how to extract the most value out of them. And number one is by forcing the appreciation. And you force the appreciation by taking properties that are functionally obsolete and bringing them up to today's standard. Well, this is an older house. It's a 4-bed, 1-bath. Now, at the end of the day, back in the day when this was built or whatever, it was, people had a lot of family, like kids and all this kind of stuff. And that's just what they needed. They just needed bedrooms everywhere. Well, nowadays, if I took a bedroom that was in this and turned it into a 3-bedroom and made an ensuite for like a primary and turn this into a 3-bed, 2-bath, it would not only be worth more, but it would also sell faster because homes with primary bathrooms and primary suites are more desirable than homes without. So something to think about too when we're like forcing the appreciation and increasing value. All right, let's stop messing around. You guys still hear me? Anybody? Can you hear me? Can I get a thumbs up? All right. So I have to move it to my phone. Now, whenever we're calling off of these sites, whether we're calling off Redfin or Zillow, it is very, very, very important that we make sure we contact the listing agent. Now, realtors will pay to get their name listed on this, okay? So like they'll pay to get their name on here, there's nothing wrong with it. Like I've bought zip codes and stuff before, but I don't want another realtor involved. I want to go directly to the listing agent. And I want to give the listing agent both sides of the commission. That's what I want to do. I don't care. Like I never take commission from realtors. Never, ever, ever. Like I want the realtor to make all the money they can, and I want them to have a good experience working with me, so then they can be my ally and feed me more deals. Does that make sense, everybody? Cool. All right, Benny, Remax 8 Blackwood. Let's see what we got here, Benny. What's funny is most of these people never answered, but let's do this. So I'm gonna search for Benny, listed by him. Open in Google. I'm gonna do a Google search for him. All right, direct number. Boom. So let's call 504 392 92. All right.
Welcome to Verizon Wireless. Your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please check the number and dial.
That was my fault. I messed that up. 540 392 3792. All right. So let's go to the listing again. Is this it? Yeah.
Hello,
Hey, what's up, Benny? How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Hey, man, I'm actually calling about your listing on Marion Street. Is that still active?
It's still available.
Awesome. Hey, so my partner Dominique and I, we do a few houses around there, and I know it's been listed for a little bit and it's kind of a heavy lift. Just before we write something up, would there be any possibility at getting this thing for 15,000 cash as is, and we'll close in 45 days?
I don't know. Have you seen the property or been by the property?
Yeah, well, we did. She did a drive-by the other day, but we just didn't want to, waste anybody's time, and kind of just wanted to see what your thoughts were.
I'd send it to me and I'll take it to the seller. I don't know what they'll say.
Okay, awesome, man. And just so you know, too, we're always looking for fixer-uppers like this. So would it be okay if I sent you my email address and you kind of put me on a list as you get them?
Yeah, I usually don't do lists, but you send them to me, and I've got several in Covington right now if you're looking in that area.
I am. I am. But for Dominique and I, we're just value add. Like the worse they are, the more we want them. So if that's what you got, man, is it okay if I have her call you directly, and then she's kind of my boots on ground, and I come in and visit every once in a while.
Yeah, just have them reach out to me, and you can give me your name and I'll put you in my phone. What's your name again?
Here, how about this? Can I just text you? I'll text you my name and my email, and you can just lock it in that way.
Sure. Thanks, brother.
Yeah. All right, Benny. Well, you have an amazing rest of the day.
Yeah, well, like I said, I've got several listings in Covington right now that needs a lot of work. So I just, maybe it'd be something you'd be interested in.
I would love that. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Benny.
Hey, holler at me, bud.
You got it. All right, brother. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
See ya. Guys, like literally, like it costs, how long did it take us to find even like one potential deal? And then now there's more, and I have a relationship. Like, guys, stop telling me you can't do this. Like, stop telling me it takes money. Stop. Like, I stopped doing the deal machine things because we got feedback that like people are like, oh, well, deal machine costs money. Yeah, it does. It's a couple $100 a month, but it's freaking awesome and it's totally worth it. But also, do this. This costs no money. It doesn't matter. Like, you guys can do it. And the only reason you guys can't do it is because you just maybe just don't even know it's possible. And like, I'm here to show you it's possible and to show you. But like, man, this thing listed for $39,900. Like, we need to write an offer immediately for $15,000 on this house and send it in. Like, if you guys are not constantly updating and like pulling hot sheets, do you guys know what hot sheets are? I'll get back to that in a second. But if you guys are not pulling and offering on your hot sheets every single day on properties, if you're not submitting at least 20 offers a week, 15 to 20 offers a week, you are not doing yourself any favors. Like, you are totally screwing yourself over 1,000%. This could be a deal right here. We could pick up for $15,000. We pick it up for $15,000. And guess what? The max allowable offer, which is like your max purchase price, is $30,000. So guess what the difference between 15 and 30 is? 15. Guess what that's also known as? My assignment, a wholesale fee. Even if I wanted to like make 5 on it and sell it for 20 and give somebody a good, a better deal on the front end and back end. I mean, does it like, would an extra like $5,000 help anybody on this call? Like, just doing this? Like, probably. Probably. And I mean, could anybody do what I just did? Yes, I'm not special. And I'm going to call more people. So like, I'm not done. So, all right. Well, Dominique, I'm going to call a different zip code just because we did this one. I want to find one that like
No, like I don't know what's gonna happen. So let's do it again. Somebody drop another zip code. And then also too, all right, Jim asked, do you need a realtor and agent to get a hot sheet? So you need to have a realtor set up your hot sheet. Guys, if you want I have a whole training on hot sheets. If you want my hot sheet training, just comment hot sheet and I'll get you the hot sheet training. It's awesome. It's freaking awesome. All right, I'm gonna do Edward. And I can say that because like if you guys don't have hot sheets set up, you are missing out big time. Like you've got to have your hot sheet set up. It is insanely important. It is probably the one thing that I see people that are even experienced real estate investors that don't have hot sheets. And I'm just like, what are you thinking? Like these hot sheets are the most important thing that you can possibly have. But here's the deal. It's like, you got to have your hot sheet and then you've got to be able to know how to work your hot sheet. So like I said earlier, guys, like get your hot sheets, understand what you need to do to get where you want to go. But if anybody wants like help and like calls like this daily with me, like in our private group and stuff like that, like if you guys comment a mentor, like we'll see if I can help you, if like Nate can help you. If you comment mentor, like we got you, like it's the fastest way to get from where you're at now to where you want to go. I can promise you that much. But man, we are here to help you. I want to like we love pouring into you guys all the time. Like our community is incredible. Like Dominica's told her story, which is amazing. I see AJ's here, James, Okino, and I mean, I see a lot of people here. I know I saw Mike Sante here, but come and mentor, guys. We got you. All right, next zip code. Edward, my man, you have been on this call. You've had your camera on. I lost you though. Did you turn it off? Oh, there you are. I see you. All right, you're there. All right. So let's drop Edward's zip code. So now, first thing I want to do, I'm going to punch in the zip code. And I don't know where this is, so we'll see. Florida. All right. I like Florida. Cool. So let's do sold again. Let's just get an idea. We're just gonna do the last 3 months. Done here. I'm gonna go to my filters. I'm gonna say the max is gonna be 400,000. I'm gonna look for a house. So the last 3 months. I'm gonna type in updated. Update. Let's just say updated. And guys, there's no right or wrong. Like you guys can play with the keywords all you want. You know what I mean? Like there's no right or wrong answer for the keywords. So man, there's 105. So that's a lot. Let's see if like renovated. Reno. 9. All right. I like 9 better than 105. Because I want the most specific list I can possibly get. So let's check it out. All right, let's click see all 9 homes. So let's take a peek. So look, first I'm gonna do is like a quick glance. All right, this just sold. So I'm seeing 305, 350, 213. But that's a 2-bed, right? 2-bed, 2-bath. 213, 3-bed, 2-bath, 330, 300, 212, 2-bed, 2-bath, 4-bed, 360. So 2-bed, 2 beds here, 200, 258. So I feel like it's safe to say, here, Edward, I'm going to unmute you too, man. So if you want to speak at any point, like you're more than welcome to. So it's safe to see it. Like I'm seeing like 2 beds in the 2s mid. I would probably say just averaging these out, like mid 2s would probably be fair for something renovated. And then our 3 beds are, I'm going to say 300, like 3 mid 3s probably. Does that sound fair, Edward?
Yeah, I would say looking at it about $100,000 per bedroom. There was one bedroom, 1 bath at 125.
Jesus, that's so funny. Oh, how do you get a 1-bedroom? That's all right, but whatever. So let's just take a peek at some of these photos and see. Let's just start.
Oh, that's looking at that's by me. That 1 bedroom, 1 bath. It's a condominium. That's why.
That makes sense. Cool. All right, this is a nice house. It's not like it hasn't been like rehab, but it's a nicely updated house. Cool. I know that when we finish our houses out, they're gonna look nicer than this, just because we're not gonna have the browns. We're gonna do the quartz. We're gonna do white cabinets, like 42-inch uppers. But this is it's still a nice house that's sold. Like, all right, here we go. This might be something more up our alley. Yeah, I mean, this is already looking like it. So let's get to that kitchen. Yeah, right. I mean, guys, right there. White quartz, white cabinet. This is a super renovated house. I think this a 2-bed? This honestly, yeah, 3-bed, 2-bath, 350. This right here is exactly like this is perfect. And I love it. It's 1,400 square feet. It's on a slab. Like it's a very straightforward, what would be a very straightforward renovation. From what I can see here. So let's take a peek. Let's look at one more. So let's look at this 2-bed. So this is a nice house. It's not like rehab, but it's a nicely updated house. So cool. Oh yeah, that's fine. All right. So let's go back. Oops, let me do this. So we're gonna go to for sale. We're gonna do the same thing I just did. Can anybody do this again? Right, let's check it out. For sale. Done. Up to 400,000. Bed and bath house. I'm gonna click multifamily too, because why not? And then I'm gonna go over to here. Any amount of bedrooms, baths, it's fine. Upcoming active sold, that's good. Days on Redfin, more than 60 days. Let's see what we got. 3. So not a ton, but that's okay. I want to be super specific. So click 3 homes. See 3 homes. So oh, oops. Hold on. Okay. All right. Yeah, oops, I didn't take out renovated. I was like, this doesn't seem right. Let's look here. Yeah, we got to get renovated. We got how many opportunities? 43. That's a lot. I want to see.
This also was an area that I got hit with Helene or one of the storms, so it might have a little more roof stuff, and you might see more than usual.
Yeah. So I'm gonna type in cash. Let's just type in cash. Because they might say, okay, so there's nothing that says cash buyers. We're gonna type in as is a great one. Yeah, let's do as is. So as is like that. Then also let's do it with that hyphen. 1. Not really. Doesn't really look. Moving ready paradise. Sold as is. Interesting. I wonder you have $400,000 sale as is. Isn't something you see very often. All right, let's see this. We can do what's another good filter? Oops. All right, we'll take out as is. So fixer. Upper. All right, well, let's just do this then. I'm going to go more than 90 days. See 25 homes. And let's just start like calling agents and giving low ball offers. Does that sound fair?
Yeah.
And not even just. So I don't want a 1-bed. So let's see here. All right. So here's what we got. So let's go back to our handy dandy sheet. So ARV here, we said was about 350. We want to look for 3-bed, 350,000. So that means that. Excuse me. All right. It's about 350,000. So let's get the calculator back out and run some new numbers. 350,000 times 0.7 equals our max all in of $245,000. $245,000. So let's look at this kind of house here. So again, just kind of looking at it from the outside. I'd probably paint the outside a different color. Pool area seems fine. And guys, do make sure you do due diligence and you're looking at these and all kinds of stuff. And this is why it comes super helpful to know your areas. I'd swap out the carpet with LVP, so that's about $4 a foot. Take that out. Kitchen, these are old cabinets. Update the kitchen. I'd spend about 10, 12,000 with appliances and everything to update that kitchen. Again, we'll have LVP throughout the whole floor. Hot water heater is good. Bathroom is tiled. This craftsmanship does not look very good. I'm looking at the grout lines. The corner is very sloppy. I would just say this needs redone. I'd probably budget about $5,500 to completely gut this out and redo it, make it look beautiful. Yeah, this bathroom doesn't seem terrible, but you just want to see it in person, I guess. Flooring is interesting, so Again, get rid of all that carpet, paint the outside. So this isn't really a heavy lift. I mean, to me, I see this and I kind of think like it's a cosmetic, maybe like more of a cosmetic renovation. And how many square feet is that? This is 1,500. So I would probably say about 60,000-ish to fix this house up and get it really nice, 70,000. So let's just punch this in here. Our rehab is $70,000. So then we take the 70,000 minus from our max all in. About 175,000 is what we can offer. Basically half of what it's listed for. Who wants me to call the agent and see what they say?
I'm gonna see
Nobody?
the agent. I might know him. I'm gonna
Oh.
look into.
All right, so remember. Ooh, see this more. I remember earlier I said we want to go directly to the listing agent because sometimes people will pay to be like a premier agent. This person right here, Ask a Redfin agent. This is not the guy. Like this is not the person we want. I want to go straight to the listing agent, Heather. So don't confuse those two things because that could be the difference between getting the deal and not getting the deal. And Dominica's all mad because she's like, I paid for that zip code and I'm the preferred zip code person. Why are you telling everybody this? Well, Dominica, I was a realtor too at one point, and I'm just trying to help everybody. All right. So, Paul, this is the listing agent right here. That's how you can see it. It's just right here. It says listed by Heather Price. The Price is Right Real Estate. All right. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to do a Google search. All right. Click this. There's Heather. There's Heather's phone number. Let's call Heather. Two. 6-5. All right.
Thank you for calling the Price is Right Real Estate. This is Heather. How can I help you?
Hey, Heather. It's Jarius. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Hey, I was calling about your listing on Shady Lane.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Hey, I noticed it's been listed for a little bit. And out of curiosity, do you think that your buyer would or your seller would entertain like 175,000 cash
No
as
way
is?
possible.
Yeah, no,
Uh-uh.
that's all right.
No.
I figured I'd ask and see.
Unfortunately, the husband has had multiple medical conditions, and every time we schedule a showing, something happens. So it's not the lack of the house; it's the lack of being able to show it. And I'm only shown it 3 times and had it under contract once, and then he had a heart attack. So there's nothing wrong with the house. It's just a lot of hurdles to overcome.
Got it. Okay. It looks
Uh-huh.
nice and clean, and we're looking for something to move into that we could put some sweat equity into and kind of increase the value. I mean, out of curiosity, do you have any fixer uppers down there or anything that you come across that needs work?
Not that's gonna reduce that much on the list price
Okay.
currently.
All right, that's all right. Well, if you want to, you can lock me in, and if you ever get like a house that needs torn down, give me a call. I'll probably buy it.
Oh, okay.
So-
Sounds good. Can you just, do you have a business card?
Yeah, I'll text you all that info here in a second.
Okay, perfect.
Cool. All right, Heather.
Appreciate it.
No problem. Well,
Thanks.
have a great rest of the day.
You too.
Thanks.
Enjoy.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Cool. All right. Didn't work out. My day's ruined. Like I'm gonna go to a room and cry for the rest of the day. This has been the worst day ever, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you had to witness that. Are you actually? No, I'm not. And so here's like my phone never stops ringing because I always cold call every other zip code. I got to find a way to separate all this stuff from my other phone. I have this phone too, but I don't even know this number. But I probably won't send it to her. But here's what I would do though. If I'm Edward, I'd be like, hey, you spoke to my partner Jarius today, earlier. And then Edward, I would text her. And I would see if she wanted to get a cup of coffee or do something. You know what I mean? Like I want, like, this is for you guys. Like, I don't do this for me. Like, I'm good. Like I can spend Thursdays like doing nothing. Like my favorite thing is like, you think like, here's like the thing is like I got into real estate because I wanted to make a ton of money. Because I'm like, you want money. You always think it's the money. And you make a bunch of money and then you realize it's not the money that you're after, it's the time. And like the thing that I've noticed, especially this year, is like when it starts to get colder in the morning, I just don't want to leave my house until like 10 or 11 o'clock. Like I just like want a slow morning. Like I like to get my son on the bus, come back, play on my computer, watch like Good Morning Football, hang out, and then at like 10-ish, I'm like, I should go do something. And I'll go look at one of my units or like go look at something. And it's like the slow mornings are worth way more than any amount of money that anybody can give me. Like I love like slow mornings are my thing, man. And I just like, I don't know, it just like hit hard this year that I'm like, I'm super freaking lucky. Like this is awesome. Like this is really cool. So all right, let's keep going. Let's call a couple more. Does anybody have any questions though? Paul says, I know now why I run into agents that don't even know about. Yeah, I know that's Paul. That's why, because they pay to be there. So I just want to go directly to the listing agent. So I'm gonna call. Well, let me call one more person. And
Jerry, got one here that on the same area. It's 184, but it's only a 2-bedroom.
where is it?
It's Port St. Lucie, 2 Guava Lane. It's in the same zip.
Oh, here. Will you drop it in the chat real quick?
Yeah, give me one moment.
All right. And then I'll call that one. So here's the thing too with that, guys. So when I see, when I'll see something that's a 2-bedroom, I instantly look at square footage and I'm like, man, if it's 2 bedrooms and it's like 11, 12, 1,300 square feet, in my head, I'm just like, man, I bet I can get another bedroom out of this, especially like 14, 15, 1,600 square feet for a 2-bedroom is just too big. So in my head, I'm like, man, I need to figure out what's going on here and how I can force that appreciation. Bye, Dominica. Thank you for hanging out. But like I want to force the appreciation. So like that's a huge win for me. Because if I can comp, so 2 things, right, guys? Number 1 is when I negotiate, I'm negotiating with the seller that it's a 2-bed, right? I'm like, hey, this 2-bed's only worth $250. Would you agree? That's what all the 2-beds are selling for, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, yeah, it is. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, man, it's actually a 3-bed that I'm comping it against because I'm going to make it a 3-bedroom. And it's going to be worth $350,000. So that right there is $100,000 difference. Does that make sense, everybody? Like I'm negotiating with the homeowner that the property is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, or 2-bedroom, 1-bath, but I know the highest and best use that I can get out of it is a 3-bedroom. So, definitely keep that in mind. Alex says, how much does it cost to make a 3rd bedroom? Guys, bedrooms are just framing. It's lumber. It's lumber and drywall. You just got to make sure you put in a spot that makes sense. Let me share this really, really quick here. And then, where we at? So I did this one. This one comes into mind real quick. I shared this one before. And I've done this 100 times. But here, so let me show you. These are my building plans for a building I did not a few years ago, a couple years ago. So this is how the property was set up. Where we at? All right. This is how the property was set up when I bought it. Apartment 1. You walk in. This is supposed to be living room, dining room, kitchen, bedroom, bathroom. Now remember, back then we said people live differently. This house was built in the 40s or 30s. It was a different time. This is a floor plan that I would call functionally obsolete. It is not the highest and best use of this property. So I want to get the highest and best use. Well, this is how I did that. I submitted my building plans and I said, hey, I'm going to put laundry here on the 1st floor for this unit. I'm going to keep this the living room. I'm going to move the kitchen to the center of the house where it makes the most sense, where everybody hangs out. And I'm going to take this old kitchen and turn it into a bedroom. I'm going to take this bedroom that already exists. I'm going to leave it a bedroom. So now, instead of having a 1-bedroom that I'll rent for $1,000, I have a 2-bedroom that I'm going to rent for $1,400 and $1,500. How much money did it cost me? It literally cost me nothing because this room existed and this kitchen was going to get updated anyway. We just ran the plumbing to a new spot. So it's a lot less than you guys think to make these kind of big improvements. So guys, if you guys want help with this stuff, like, and you want to see like if you just want to get to the end result faster and like you want help, if you guys comment like mentor, like somebody will get a hold of you and we'll give you I promise we'll leave you better than when we got you. And we'll at least give you like a clear direction and a clear roadmap on where to go. So if you just comment like mentor, somebody will get a hold of you. Or if you guys want some free trainings, just comment trainings. We'll get you those too. I don't care. I'll do whatever you guys want. I'm here. I'm here every Thursday hanging out with you, trying to bring as much value as I possibly can. Guys, JP, I hate to even say it, but I'm actually in Cleveland right now. I'm about to leave though, head back to Cincinnati. But I'm up here at the flats. All right, let's open this up. So 2 Guava Lane. Let's see what we got here.
It's like an orangish doorway. It shows. It's the picture.
Yeah,
there it is. Yep.
This actually isn't a bad house.
I saw
The kitchen
1,428
doesn't look very
square.
bad.
Yeah, the square footage is big for that 2 bedroom.
It is very big. And like that's probably not the best place for the kitchen. Just looking at this, but
Yeah, I
it
rent
doesn't
1,800
look bad.
square
The
foot,
fridge is
4 bedroom.
very interesting. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so I see this as like a handicap accessible. I mean, it's just like a small shower. This is definitely empty. This is some kind of probably estate. I don't know, some kind, there's some kind of sale to it.
Well, I'm hoping it's not, well, it's a 55 plus.
Oh,
It's in Spanish
55.
Lakes.
Okay.
But Spanish Lakes was just boomed by the tornado. That's the big thing. That tornado, that's the Fort Pierce area that was boomed by the tornado. We're in a lot of houses there. So it actually could be opening.
Got it. All right, let's go. So here's what we got. Remember, ask a Red Film partner. I'm not asking this person. They make this big intentional. They want you guys to click this. Don't click it. Don't click it. Listed by Shanda Lamb. Well, man, how convenient. They don't even have a phone number for Shanda. Like, that's insane. That's so ridiculous. So now what do we do? Well, I'm going to highlight this. Right click. I'm going to go to Google. Boom. There she is. Make sure she's in the same area and everything. All right, let's call Shanda. Guys, after this, I do got to hop off. But if you guys want more help, and like I said, comment training, comment mentor, let me know how I can help. If you guys like this format, like this is different than our deal machine calls. Like I love cold calling, and we're going to do another deal machine challenge for sure. But I don't know, I just want to do something different today. I just wanted to show you how I would do it, like literally just on the internet, poking around like this. So let's call Shanda real quick. All right.
Hi, thanks so much for calling.
That's all right. Oh, that's all right. All right. Well, guys, we did pretty good. We called 3 agents and 2 picked up. Like, that's really good. Normally, realtors never pick up. So I'm like very happy with these results. Now, next week, nobody will answer. So just remember, we had a good day today. But yeah, it's the same thing as the academy. That's like Nate and I are partners. Nate like helped me so much with everything, but same as the academy. All right, what's up, Jim? I just unmute you. But
Hey, you helped me do a call last week, and I called them back today, and I think I got the son instead of the father. And Robert was supposed to contact Betty and about a house he was willing to sell. Well, I called today, and the son, I think, said, "Oh, it's been sold," and then click. He hung up. Should I try to call back again on that, or just kind of give up?
just call and just make sure. Then I would also kind of keep track on the auditor site and see if it transfers also there too. But yeah, do those 2 things. But you know what the best thing to do is like find more more deals. But definitely
doing that. Thank you.
I know you are, Jim. All right, guys. Man, thanks for hanging out, everybody. I will be back same time, same place next Thursday. And remember, like, if there's any way I can help, always let me know. But I'll see you guys next week. Peace. Bye, everybody. Have a great rest of the day.